Okay, go.
Something here.
They must be the tiniest things ever. Are you pretty excited?
I'm pretty excited. We're pretty excited when we get home and open these things.
Your dad's ready. He is pumped.
Oh. Let's see what we got.
1 and 2.
2 drones.
So we got the Drone X Pro because we saw them on Facebook ads and we're like, well, that's a really good deal for 2 of them. Not 1, but 2. So we're gonna try these out and see how they go.
After you guys try it, you can go try it.
No.
Why?
Oh, right in the tree. Little hack job. Are you taking picture or videoing? Alyssa, chill. Oh, it's going for the field. TJ lost his drone. It's somewhere in this next field over here. So we're taking a field trip from the house over to see it. Hey! So apparently it's somewhere in the middle of this field. I'll show you in a second. Look at him. He's way there. Him and Melissa. He's way over in that field trying to get his drone back. It's so funny. I don't know if you can see him. He's way out there. Walk through the field.
Got a little buzzer to help find it. But yeah, it's awesome.
So what happened?
The wind took it. Didn't have enough power to try and learn how to fly it. So at least we found it. Didn't break no parts. So go play again.
How hard was it to find?
Pretty hard. It was,
Needle in a haystack-ish?
needle in a haystack. Luckily, it had Wi-Fi. The closer I got to it, the more Wi-Fi I got. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that how you found it?
knows the area.
That's
where I
so
found
funny. He's gonna try it again. He's gonna fly it home.
Today is August 28th, 2019. So it'll be our first video log of Christine and TJ. So today is Christine's birthday. She's 32 today. So, you know, about 2 months ago we decided to make big changes in our life and change what we were doing. We've owned our own business for a while and just been through many cycles of ups and downs, and just wanted new things in our life that would give us more meaningful things in life. So today, like a month ago, I ordered some drones just to start video logging what we wanted to change in our life and you know, start making those changes. And today the drone showed up right on her birthday, right on time. You know, so new things, new day, you know, and we're out playing with it today, so it's not as easy as everybody thinks.
So today was super special for me, and we had been tracking it for a minute, and it's something that I've been wanting for a while now, was to start creating some video content and to start just compiling some of our things, you know, and so that we can have them for future reference and stuff like that. And so a month ago, 3 weeks maybe ago? Yeah, 3 weeks, he pulled the trigger and he was like, guess what I ordered today? I'm like, I don't know. And so he's like, oh, I got us some drones, you know, with some with cameras built into them so that we could take some aerial footage. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, it wasn't really on my radar. It's something that I wanted for a long time, but it had been kind of putting it off. And I thought, how fitting was it that it showed up on my birthday, that we can really start creating these new things, you know, starting today, you know, that this is really like day one for me. So I'm super excited about it. So how was your first day flying?
First day flying was first day flying. Like everything in the first day, you have some rough patches. Man, we had to take a little hike out to the fields about a quarter mile from our house because the wind caught it and took it for a ride. So, you know, I wish it had a little homing beacon on it so you can find it in the field, so it would make it a little easier. But, you know, it was a good first time. We got some drones that were off of Facebook that, you know, so there was all these cool exotic things, and what it is good is it doesn't break the blades. So it can crash and it doesn't break the blades. So pretty happy with that. A little disappointed in the camera, but you know, as a first drone, I think that's something that we can get used to and learn how to operate, and you know, it's just one less thing to get all complicated with. And they came in a real nice case, so it was nice. I mean, everything in it came nice. We both got one, and so Christine can do her own thing and I can do mine, so you know, we're not just taking up each other's, you know,
sharing equipment.
Yeah.
We don't share well. I mean, sometimes we do.
It comes in a really nice kit. It packs away real nice. It's super tiny, but
I loved how tiny it was that I could put it in like my purse. Like, yeah. I don't know about y'all ladies, but I could put this in my purse because I got a duffel bag. That's
essentially how big it is. And it's pretty cool because it has this one only has a 720 wide angle lens, but it's pretty cool, that aspect of it. Does, you know, back to your phone, or it has an SD card. And honestly, it's just pretty cool for a first thing, and it was just really cool that and special it came in on her birthday. So didn't have to do that extra special birthday shopping on the last minute. You know, us men are good at that, or some are good at, but I'm just really thankful it came in today, and we got to have a lot of fun with it. A little huffing and puffing and walking. It just reminds me I gotta get outside and do a little more work and exercising, you know. But I think, you know, here soon we're gonna make some more big changes. We're making a move from Wichita, Kansas to Florida here, Cocoa Beach area. So we're pretty excited about that, and I'm gonna change my role a little bit, where I'm not owning my own company per se. I'm just gonna be managing another company, and you know, and it's going to be nice to just do a 40-hour week and get paid very well for a 40-hour week than working a 100-hour week and getting paid minimum wages. Sometimes in business owning, that's what happens, but it's not supposed to happen. So I just, you know, making changes to make sure the family's put first, and, you know, just so we have more time. Time is flying by way so fast. My daughter just went into 5th grade, and, you know, that's just a awakening, you know, that's just, you only got, you know, 7 more years of her being in school, so, and before she's off, so we want to make the change that you know, maybe one day we just get on a boat and sail around the world or something like that. But you know, it's really, we've been watching a few people on YouTube, and it's just inspiring us to make changes in our life, to make our life a little more meaningful with our kids and have more time with our kids.
It is. So a couple months ago, like we figured out where we were going to go next, and so we knew that we were going to go to Florida, and so as part of Florida, I was like, oh, we're going to get a boat, we're going to go out on the water, and so I started looking at boats, and then like I kept seeing all these sailboats, and I'm like, dude, it's essentially, you know, like a motorhome on water. You know, where we come from off-roading, we come from growing up in the sand dunes and stuff like that, and being out and about, and, you know, having a trailer or a motor home. And so doing that, it's an easy thought process to transition into. So I started looking into more sailboats, and then I started looking into liveaboards. And so from like, I hashtagged liveaboards on Instagram, and it brought me to a bunch of people who were living aboard their sailboats full-time, traveling around the world, and so which led me down a rabbit hole of YouTube and watching, you know, La Vagabond, watching Zatara, watching, you know, S. Fidelos, and a few other vlogs, and we're like, it went from us being like, oh no, we could never do that, like that's not in our thing, to, oh, we're going to do it, because why can't it be our thing? You know, why can't we travel the world with our kids, seeing and doing all of these things? You know, like they made it so attainable for the average Joe. You know, because I used to think that lifestyle was for someone other than me, was for people with all this experience, for people with money.
Yeah.
And there's people that do it with all these budgets, but you know, so it took us down that road of just looking into their lives and how that they do it. And we're like, okay, let's bring some of these transitions in with us. You know, like let's start vlogging some of our things just to get a grip on it. Like it's something that we've wanted to do and that we think that we could do well.
Yeah, no, I exactly. I think it's just something that, you know, we've been fortunate enough to do a lot of sand dunes and off-road racing, camping in the desert, in the trees, mountains. You know, we've done horseback trips.
Yeah.
Have a pilot's license, so we've flown on vacation in our own little plane and stuff like that. And everyone, you know, you tell people, oh, I own a plane. Like, oh man, you think you're rich, but they don't realize like a little 172 it really is cheaper than a car. You know, and so you know, opportunities happen for a reason. And they, you know, like 2 months ago, whatever, spring break time-ish, I think it was, or maybe a little after that, we were driving to Oklahoma, and on the way there, we were just discussing, you know, some changes in our life, and then we just started looking at different states that had taxes. You know, what the taxes were, just kind of for business-wise, because we were just wanting to move and wanting to change out of. Kansas is a beautiful place, but the taxes are high. So we were just like, you know, little things that we were just trying to make some changes that put more money in our pocket and a little more freedom. If we had more money, I don't got to work so much, you know, stuff like that. And Florida was like number 2 on the list we looked at. So all of a sudden we just started looking at Florida. So we get home from our trip down to see Christine's sister, and like the next day I go do a mentorship at Go Create at WSU, which is like a little tech school thing, and I do some teaching stuff there. And one of the other guys that comes in and does it, we call him Coach, he's in the military, and like first thing out of his mouth says, you're going to Florida with me. And I just started laughing, and he was like, what? I said, me and the wife just yesterday were just talking about this, you know, going to Florida, and now you bring up, you're going to Florida with me. And I said, I guess that's what's happening. So, you know, after that conversation, I'm just thinking about it during the day, and I'm like, man, you know, and I get home and I tell the wife, and we're laughing about it, and I'm like, but for him to, you know, get out of, you know, military in 2 years and just start opening a business can be real tough. And I'm like, you know, for us, we need to get there and get our boots on the ground and start, you know, doing some changes. And then, you know, it just starts to send us down a rabbit hole. And I'm like, you know, what other way? Let me just look for a job there. And it's kind of different than, you know, owning your own business and going, I'm going to look for a job, just see what's out there. And really it was a market thing, more looking at what they pay welders and stuff like that. So when I got there, it was, you know, you knew what the market was, and kind of you can judge what they were bidding at because of what they were paying their employees. So, you know, it just led me down a rabbit hole, and I ended up calling find a ad on Craigslist for a manager for a fabrication shop, and called a guy there, and you know, he's like, well, you know, he loved everything about what I did, and he's like, if you can get down here and come see me. So, you know, I took the risk and went down there, and you know, at the end of the day, he asked me what I wanted, and I told him how much it was going to be, and he said no problem. And you know, he's like, all right, you know, and then it's been over the last month we've been making changes, and then just, you know, start telling her we're moving, we're doing this, you know, just so we're held accountable on doing it. You know, because it's easy to say you're going to do it, but it's hard to just pack your house, sell everything you have, and downsize too at the same time. So, you know, we're going there with a purpose to downsize so we can put away and, you know, invest so we can get the sailboat we want. You know, instead of just selling ourselves short, because if we buy a cheap one, we're always going to be stuck with a cheap one. We're not going to be stuck with what we really wanted. So, just, you know, making those changes to go from a house that's 3,000 square feet and, you know, down to maybe even an apartment, something just, you know, cut our overhead down. If we can keep our overhead down, we're only spending $2,000 a month between car and, you know, car insurance and the house and all that. I mean, that's saving a ton of money. You know, we can invest that some way to be, you know, make it compound, and that's just, you know, we just got a rule. It's tough though, you know, to cram your family that you're used to having lots of room into something that you're gonna get a little more frustrated with. So you got to just keep reminding yourself, we're downsizing for a purpose, we're downsizing for a reason, and stay excited about that. Keep a fire with it. I know it's going to be not going to be the easiest all the time, but you know, I do think it's going to be easy with the steady income that we're going to be having with the new job opportunity. And you know, it's still got business going on here in Wichita, but you know, a lot of the guy I'm bringing on board to help run it or whatever, I just told me, you know, you got to make it work, otherwise I'm shutting it down, because I'm not having no more negative things in my life, no more negative drains, no nothing. If it doesn't fund itself and make me money, I'm gonna close it, because why should I be attached to it if it's not making me money? You know, and I don't mean to sound that way, like, you know, in a condescending way, but I really just want to be positive in my life, you know, positive for my family, and no more taken from my family, because the business takes a lot from your family, because most of the time the business gets put first, and the family and our bills get paid last. You know, a lot of people think that it's all glory when you own a business, but man, there's a lot of rough times, especially we moved from Las Vegas to Wichita and started a fresh business, and you know, we put everything into it. For 5 months we didn't have a car. You know, we borrowed cars. We, you know, rarely fortunate enough to have friends that let us drive their car because we couldn't afford it. You know, literally barely paid our house payment, you know, 28 days late, 30 days late. You know, the eviction notice was there and paying it 5 minutes before the bank closed.
It was rough.
So, I mean, but we were always blessed to have food on the table, and, you know, it was there at the last second, but it was always there, you know, and we've been in Wichita for almost 2 years, and, you know, it's been a beautiful place to live, just it wasn't completely for us, you know, and we're just more, I think we really just a more beach style, I think we just want that lifestyle, more fishing, more going out, and a little more faster pace, but still having that little freedom of just going to relax, just having that more, you know, coastal vibe. And I think that's, you know, water's life, and I think that's what we're trying to connect ourselves to, is a little more life.
Yeah, I think we're really tired of settling for second best, for less than what we're worth. And I really think that in this time that we were here in Wichita, we really decided to take ownership of our worth. That, you know, why are we having to sacrifice everything for things and for people who don't give the same, who don't give as freely as we do. So, you know, at the end of the day, nobody else was wanting to be there for our family like we were for them, and to put it all on the line for all of that. You know, we had a vision when we came here, and it just, sometimes it doesn't work out, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that you failed. It just means that there's a different direction from it, that you know that you came in with 120%, you put everything out there, and you know that there wasn't anything more that you could have done. You know, and then creating a new vision for your future of wanting so much more, you know, like, one, I hated the winters here. It was so cold. So I'm super, super excited to be going to warmth. we're initially from the desert, so these Midwestern winters were awful. So I'm super excited to go to the beach, since all that I dreamed of was a warm sand beach throughout this entire winter season here.
Yeah, that's what she kept saying. She's like, I just want to go on vacation. I'm like, well, wish we could, but hopefully our new vision and goal is, even if it's work, it's still a vacation. That's, it's still new things, fresh, and just take advantage of the opportunities that are around us, that are going to be around us in Florida, and really just kind of do our homework on learning boats, and just get in that world, and just something new and exciting for you that gives you more fire in life, that just drives you to do the exceptional things in life, not just get by mediocrely.
Yeah.
Really just find the fire that makes you be exceptional, makes you do exceptional things to be great, to make your life great, make your family's life great, to make it easy. Because when you're doing things exceptional and you're on fire, it's easy to do. It's easy to be successful. It's easy to be positive with it. Once you have one little negative, it just starts festering and gets more negative, and it's hard to accomplish something in a positive manner.
I'm so excited just to start living life with passion again, with excitement again, with fire. It feels like we really haven't done that in a minute.
Yeah.
So to get back to like who we truly are at our core, to go back and just to live to the fullest, just to be excited about where we're at every day, and to do it with our family, and to see them excel as well. I'm excited to take the kids fishing and paddleboarding and do all of those things.
Yeah, and I'm just thankful for the new things, thankful for the drones that came in today, that we were able to go outside and have a little fun with it, and have a little family time, and it just makes it more real that we're making these changes, because we're jumping with 2 feet, not just dipping our toes in the water. We're making sure we burn the ship when we get to that shore, and so we don't have an option except to stay on our focused path, that we want to do things to be better in our life. We want it to be more positive and more freedom in our life, that we're able to just do more things together. If it's just sail to the Bahamas and cruise for 2 months, and just fishing and snorkeling and diving, then that's experience our kids are going to just treasure for the rest of their life, and hopefully take into changing their life into doing something better, that they can be better. But I'm just real thankful that like I said, the drones came in, and we got to be blessed to play with them today. It was very tough, but
it was so hard. So today was my first time ever flying a drone. Like, the kids have drones, he's played with them. I have never once flown a drone before, and I'm super thankful that these little things did not break, because I smashed it against our house pretty bad, in our neighbor's house. And so I'm super excited that they were durable enough to handle me.
Yeah, it's just like all good things takes lots of practice.
It does.
And
So
just remind you, you gotta practice to be good at stuff.
I mean, I like to take it out of the box and just be good, but let's be honest, it doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah.
So I failed a lot today, but it was fun.
Exactly, we all failed. I had to take a trip about a quarter mile into a field, so it was fun. It was laughing and having to figure out how to find a thing that don't have doesn't make a noise, no beep, no nothing, and it's buried in the bushes. And so luckily it has its own Wi-Fi, so I just figured the closer I got to it, the more signal I got on Wi-Fi, so I kept trying to watch my phone and walk through the field and not get bit by a snake or something at the same time too, because it was getting to dusk, so the animals start coming out. So I'm trying to walk through these fields and try to stare at my phone and all I'm looking at is the camera pointing in the grass, so it doesn't give you a clue where it's sitting at. And really, I'm like, well, looking down this way. All right, I know it didn't fly this far out. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to really watch these windrows when I start coming back. And I'm looking, and finally I spotted it, and I just started laughing, picked it up, I was hoping the camera worked on it because I had pointed at my face laughing a couple times as I'm walking out of the field, but no, I didn't get it recorded. So, but it was great attempts. And we're gonna have to keep pushing and doing better. And hopefully one day we can buy a bigger, better one, and hopefully get these down so we get a bigger one and we don't crash it and break it. But thank you for just listening to us tonight, and hope we have more fun times like this.
Yeah, so thank you for watching us today. If you like us, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and we will see you on our next video. Bye!